Welcome back to Sloot Gaming Overdubs Part 2.
Huh? Yeah, Overdub Part 2. Electric Boogaloo.
Time for things and stuff and...
Yeah.
Oh, so what have you been doing like all week? I feel like for whatever reason we live in the same house, we see each other every day, but I feel like we've just been really like out of each other's lives this past week.
It's been like this past 2 weeks since you started streaming.
It's just weird.
I mean, I knew it would be this way. You know me, I'm always working on something for the channel.
And I'm always working or sleeping.
Yep.
Mostly sleeping.
I wouldn't say always working. I think you definitely have a split second more free time than I do.
Mm-hmm. But when that free time I usually spend sleeping, is what I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, either sleeping or maybe playing with your brother.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always trying to look up different ways to like make my stream better. It's not always like super active on my screen.
Yeah.
I know I do try to keep my free time.
Yeah.
It's usually a lot to do with sleeping.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, you know, I've always said you and Sean should always have free time. The stress and the hair pulling should always be down to me.
I think you should have your free time as well, though.
Nah.
It's the heart.
I don't like free time.
Free time is what I live for.
Free time is what got me in trouble back in the day. It's good to just chill.
Just chill. Chilling like a villain.
Yep.
Villain like a chillin'.
No, I ain't been up to much this week. I discovered the show Daredevil.
Oh, that's cool. I wanted to watch that. I just never really got into it.
So fucking good. So good. You have to give it past the first 2 episodes though. Like, I always give a show 3 episodes to make an impact on me.
Mm-hmm.
And this one I almost didn't give the 3 episodes.
Oh man.
I had to think of how to word this. Because their episodes are an hour long. And I ain't got time for 3 hours worth of a show not to make an impact on me. So I gave the first episode. First episode wasn't that... I mean, it was good, but it wasn't, like, amazingly good. And I was like, okay. And then the second episode was good again. And I was like, I mean, I could kind of see myself getting into this show, but not too much. And then in the third episode, most of it goes by, and I'm like, I mean, it's still pretty good. You know, I like it, but it's just okay. But then in the last, like, minute of the show on the third episode, the bad guy freaks out and self-impales himself on a rusty spike, like through his eyeball.
Nice.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what, show, you've won me over.
Yeah, that should win anybody over.
This is what I'm all about. And then I just fucking, like, I love all of the characters. Like, even the bad guys, I feel like I care about the bad guys. Mm-hmm. Because the bad guys aren't exactly bad guys, at least in the first season. Like, there's a lot of gray area that you're like, well, this guy is the bad guy, quote unquote, but you know, he actually cares about the city and stuff like that. And then at the very end, like, he actually admits that he's like, I guess I'm just gonna have to be the bad guy, and is the bad guy now.
Darn.
Yep.
Darn.
So
one thing I always thought was funny about the Daredevil as a hero was that his domain was Hell's Kitchen in New York City,
right,
which is about 3 blocks.
Yeah,
it's absolutely tiny.
Yeah, except for, you know, in the show they make it like super huge.
Yeah, but Hell's Kitchen, if you look on a map, is absolutely tiny. Mm-hmm. And you're like, that's a really shitty superhero if you can't patrol more than just Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah,
because Spider-Man has all of New York City.
Well, and not to mention, it's not just Daredevil in Hell's Kitchen; it's the Punisher too.
All right, yeah. The Punisher even existed.
Yep.
And so you got 2 dudes in Hell's Kitchen. How bad is Hell's Kitchen in the first place? It's not that bad.
Well, because Kingpin was originally supposed to be one of the bad guys in Spider-Man, and he was for a few comics. And then, like, they just started focusing him more on, like, Hell's Kitchen, and then he just became, like, the bad guy of the Daredevil.
You mean Kingpin? But wait. Daredevil isn't Marvel, he's DC, isn't he?
No.
He's Marvel?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Spider-Man gets the whole freaking city, and Daredevil's got
Spider-Man has the whole city. There's a lot of small superheroes in
New York City.
In New York City,
Yeah.
yeah. Like small-time superheroes like Daredevil.
But Daredevil's like kind of more of a well-known one. He's really cool too.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't mean small time as in like he's not well known. I mean small time as in he doesn't really have any superpowers.
Uh-huh. Well, I mean, it's like beyond human ability. His hearing.
Well, yeah, but I mean
It's
that's
basically
not,
just
like,
sonar. It's having human sonar, which is
yeah,
incredible.
well, sort of.
Which, in my opinion, is kind of a superpower if you've got sonar.
Yes, but it
comes with the
not
cost of vision.
It's not a superpower in the sense that like he can do things. I mean, he can do things that normal humans can't, but it's not extraordinary. Like,
I don't know. I think human sonar is pretty freaking extraordinary.
I don't.
I mean, I get what you're saying. He's not a freaking human spider. He can't sling webs and
Right. I mean,
lift 10 times his own weight and shit like that.
You know, but in the same sense, I also don't think Captain America is.
He's a
has
superhero.
superpowers.
He doesn't have superpowers, but he's still a superhero.
Yeah, I mean, all he did, he just has enhanced strength. In fact, in the comic books, Kingpin took him on, and like they were stalemated.
He's not, yeah. Like, Captain America is known for his leadership and his like military just genius, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like the general of the Avengers. He's not.
Maybe Captain.
Well, he's the. Yeah, I guess that
General
makes
would
sense.
be the U.S. government, I think.
Yeah, but he's the one that comes up with all like the on the spot plans, and he's the leader. You know, it's just kind of like he's the dude that everyone follows.
Yeah.
And that's what he's good at. And yeah, he's a
Well,
good
except
actor.
for Tony Stark.
Yeah, that's just because he's super smart though. But no one qualifies him as a leader though.
I would beg to differ. I think half of the Avengers qualify him as a leader. That's why Civil War is the thing.
I thought it was just a difference in ideologies.
Well, it is, but why did Tony Stark like become the leader of that half? Why not any of the other ones? It's because Tony Stark is a leader. I mean, he's a CEO of a company.
Well, yes, but he's not the leader of the Avengers.
Huh? No. He's not the leader.
And when
of
it
the
comes to
Avengers,
the
but
full scale of the Avengers, people always look to Captain
I
America.
also think that Tony Stark isn't the leader of the Avengers because he didn't want to be the leader of the Avengers.
True.
And also, I don't know that he ever officially was. At least in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I don't think he ever was officially an Avenger. He's still just a consultant. Remember they called him a consultant. Even in the first Avengers movie, he was still a
I
consultant.
thought he's officially made a member.
I don't know
know
that
in
he
the
was
comic books he's officially a member.
I know in the comic books he is. I don't remember them ever officially making him. And I mean, I'm sure like in the background they officially made him an Avenger.
Yeah,
but
watch the TV show that no one ever did.
Yeah, but they never like said. There's so many TV shows now. Like you can't just say the TV show.
The Agents of Shield.
A lot of people liked Agents of Shield.
I know, but I don't have the time to watch that. I just watch the movies.
I watched. The unfortunate thing is, if you watch the show, Winter Soldier made a lot more sense.
It makes sense, yeah, because
There's a
reasoning behind the opening scene.
there was a lot of stuff in Winter Soldier that
about Hydra and shit like that.
yeah, like that was explained in the show but wasn't explained.
Like what Zoller did and whatnot, I assume.
I don't even know. My guy I used to work with, he's the one who
Nice.
told me about it. He was like, yeah, do you watch the show? Because if you do, then there's a lot of stuff that you'll understand in Winter Soldier. And I was like, I don't. He was like, oh, well, you could still watch it, and like it's still a good movie, but it's way better if you watch the show. And I watched Winter Soldier, and I was like, it all makes sense to me.
I thought Winter Soldier was a good movie anyway.
But I guess that there's
So much better than the first Captain America movie. That was a bore fest.
Really? I thought the first Captain America movie was the best in the first.
I hated the first Captain America
I mean,
movie.
I don't count Iron Man in the first because it came out so long ago that I think it stands on its own.
Technically, the Hulk movie with Ed Norton in it counts.
Well, yeah, but that one was also garbage.
Yeah, no one does that. That was the first one with the post.
That was the first one in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
It's technically canon,
Yeah, and
but everyone still forgets about it because it was a garbage ass movie.
yeah. wouldn't say garbage. I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't garbage.
Well, they're bringing back Thunderbolt Ross, which is still kind of cool.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Not a cool guy, just a cool character.
He's a fun guy.
He's a mushroom. Get it? Because the mushroom's fun. Yeah. Fuck. Fly away.
Yeah,
Fly away.
I just want to see Civil War.
Me too. I'm excited for it to come out, but I don't want to see anything about it.
That's definitely going to be the best.
There's a lot of hype around it right now. There's a lot of hype. And whenever there's a lot of hype about something, it always gets me worried.
Yeah, but when it comes to Marvel, I never really get worried. The DC universe I get worried about because they're not treating that correctly, but
I don't know what it is. They just can't make a good movie.
they don't have enough money. Marvel's owned by Disney, so they have more than enough money to throw at it to make sure it's good, but DC keeps getting bought and twisted this way and that way and up and down, and you know, it's not owned by one particular company.
Ever since The Dark Knight, it was just kind of like meh. And even like lots of movies in between there. Like the Catwoman movie. Fuck. That was so bad.
Yeah. Well,
so bad.
Dark Knight, I think. Well, that's the thing, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe is like that's what that is. Like even the shows, everything is owned under the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's an actual fucking entity.
With the exception of Spider-Man until recently.
Until recently. But Spider-Man was trash. So now it's all owned by the same thing, so all of the ideas and collaborations are all under one thing. Whereas in the DC universe, the highest bidder can make a movie about this particular superhero. So that's why you've had 90 bajillion fucking Batman movies, and there haven't been a ton of Superman movies, but that's because Superman's like
ever since the 70s, I believe there hasn't been that was like the first Superman movie.
Well, there used to be a ton of Superman movies, because people used to like Superman. Now nobody likes Superman
because he was the Boy Scout All-American dude, and he kind of like represented America.
Well, right,
but now we've kind of like grown out of that.
Well, and it's not just grown out of it. People realize that Superman is a bullshit superhero. Because like
he's boring.
Yeah, he's boring. Like, I don't want to watch somebody who's like can't be beat ever.
I want to see someone with flaws, someone that like can overcome difficulty.
Like that's why the debate is so heated about Superman versus Goku. And you know, everybody's like, yeah, you know, I do want Goku to win. I understand that Superman probably would win, but he would win for bullshit reasons.
Goku doesn't have the abilities to actually harm Superman. Yeah, give Goku a little bit of kryptonite, and yeah, he'll beat him. But
he wouldn't use it. Like that's the thing. He would want it to be a fair fight. He wouldn't want to win by some gimmick.
I guess. But it's just.
Well, no, that's what
you can't beat him unless you have kryptonite. Nice one.
Magic damages Superman.
Oh, it does. Oh, yeah, it does.
And Goku. Goku's pole is magic.
Well, I don't really give a shit about that fight, honestly, because I don't care about Dragon Ball Z, and I don't care about Superman.
Well, yeah, but...
So I've never really had a clear understanding nor care about that debate.
The thing is, Saiyan physiology is the closer to death they become... Like, each time they get close to dying, their strength doubles or something like that. So they get stronger the more times they get close to dying. So the thought is technically they have the potential to have unlimited strength. Maybe. I think this is where we do next time.
I mean, oh yeah, next time.
Next time we're gonna do more stuff, I guess.
I don't know what's been happening. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, we got through. I got through Dragon Roost. And I am now in the dungeon.
Oh, yeah, this area.
Yeah.